There's three ways to run the saw. One is with the manual direction input using the arrow keys. You push the right arrow key and the saw will go one direction. You go to the saw. Back to the computer. Push the other arrow key and go back to the left. The other way of running the saw is you go to MDI, which stands for Manual Direction Input. Get onto the keyboard. This line here is your MDI line. If you push enter, it'll turn yellow. You push in G0, Z0. That will send the Z-axis down to the cutting position, and then we'll put in a command to follow it. G1X74, enter, go to the saw. Put in our next command, G0Z2.5, enter. When the saw gets to the end of the cut, it would automatically pull the saw out of the blade. Right? That's cutting at 45 inches a minute. The F stands for feed rate, and that's your 45 inches per minute. It's cutting at 100% of your commanded speed. If your command speed drops below 100%, it means you're overloading. If it goes down to 80%, you're pulling too many amps, and you need to slow it down. Go back to the saw now. When the saw finishes cutting through, it will automatically pull up. We'll put in the command G0X. I've entered the command of G0X0. That will bring it. When it reaches the height it's supposed to come out, it'll go back to 0 on the other end. What I've done now is I put in the command of G0Y1, and it's going to move over 1 inch when it comes back. Now we'll go back G0Z0. The unit will come back down. We put in G1X74 on it. And then when it finishes that move, it'll start cutting again. You can see it's all cut except for 1 inch. Once it starts cutting, once it starts cutting, we can go ahead and put G0Z2.5, enter. When it gets to the end of its cut, it would automatically pull out. Now, you can write strings of code for it to do this automatically, so you can cut 10 backslashes at one time. You can command it to go over 4 inches, and go down and do another cut, and cut, say, 10 backslashes by itself. You don't have to command it directly. it pulls up all the way to 2.5 inches, it will automatically go back to 0. Okay. That's good.
All right. This is your control box for this saw. As you can see, it's not a big 3-foot long by 2-foot wide box. You use a screwdriver just to open it up. You have, this is your power. It converts AC to DC. These are your 4 drivers for your X, your Y, and your Z axes. It takes 2 for the Y and an A. The A is slave to it. This is your complete power package. It's something that is designed for you to maintain without having to cost an engineer to fly in from Italy or from Minnesota at $1,000 a day plus expenses. If you were ever have a problem, down in the corner here you see the black strip. Instead of having to take the wires loose, you just pull these little plugs off, take the screw out of the driver, screw a new driver back in and put it back on. This is your coil, your toroid coil that gives you the amps out of the AC to the DC. And then just screw them down tight. If you were to ever have a problem where one of the motors of the saw didn't run correctly, it's something that you can maintain yourself. What you would do, the power's still on, so I cannot disconnect it while the power's on. You would, this is your X, this is your Z. If one of the axes wasn't working, you just switch the 2 cables. If the problem followed it, you know it was either in the motor or the cable. If the problem didn't follow it, you would know it was a driver. If you found it wasn't a driver and it was the cable or the motor, what you would do is take one of the other cables and put it on there, and then put the other end of that cable on the motor that's supposed to be bad. If it still doesn't work, you know it's the motor. If it does work, you know it's the bad cable. So in less than 15 minutes you've done all the troubleshooting you need to do on it. You can call me on the telephone. I can either send you a new cable, or I can send you a new driver, or and have it overnighted so that by 9 o'clock the next morning you'd be up and running. I've never really had one fail on the job, never had a phone call for one of these things to be replaced, but that's how simple it is. Okay? Oh.